Welcome back to Living in the Word. Today we are looking at Abram in Egypt. So let's begin. Genesis 12 verses 10 to 13. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to dwell there, for the famine was severe in the land. And it came to pass, when he was close to entering Egypt, that he said to Sarai his wife, "Indeed I know that you are a woman of beautiful countenance. Therefore it will happen when the Egyptians see you, that they will say, 'This is his wife,' and they will kill me, but they will let you live. Please say you are my sister, that it may be well with me for your sake, and that I may live because of you." Now, it is possible here that Abram going to Egypt was not what God wanted. Later on in our studies, we'll find that Isaac left Canaan when there was a famine, and God, in that instant, God specifically told him not to. But here, the scriptures do not specifically say that God did not want Abram to go. Now, as they near Egypt, Abram comes up with a plan to stay alive when the Egyptians see how beautiful Sarai is. Now, Abram is able to live with this lie, he tells, because it's actually a half-truth. Sarai is Abram's half-sister. Now, one other interesting thing, in verse 12, Abram says that the Egyptians will take Sarai because she is beautiful. So here what Abram is actually doing was prophesying or declaring that this would happen. There is huge power in the tongue. The Bible talks about this over and over and over, both good and bad. In this instance, it was bad. He declared something bad to happen. Be very careful when speaking things. That the tongue has the power to bless, but also to curse. So Genesis 12 verses 14 to 20. So it was, when Abram came into Egypt, that the Egyptians saw the woman, that she was very beautiful. The princes of Pharaoh also saw her and commended her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken to Pharaoh's house. He treated Abram well for her sake. He had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female servants, female donkeys, and camels. But the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say, 'She is my sister'? I might have taken her as my wife. Now therefore, here is your wife. Take her and go your way." So Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away with his wife and all that he had. So here, Sarai is taken by Pharaoh to live in his house, although as we read in verse 19, he did not marry her. And so quite possibly there was no sexual violation of her at all. And Pharaoh treats Abram well because of Sarah, because of the brother-sister relationship, by giving him sheep, oxen, donkeys, servants, and camels. Now, I want to stress here that wealth doesn't always mean blessing. There are lots of people out there who are wealthy and not blessed. And later on we will find that Abram and Lot's wealth caused many problems between them and their herdsmen. Now also in Matthew 19 verses 16 to 26, it talks about Jesus when he meets the rich man, and he tells him to go and sell all he has and give it to the poor. Now here the rich man walks away sad. Why? Well, he's too attached to his wealth and possessions, and that is where it becomes a burden. Be very wary of prosperity teachers of the Word of God. They may be very, very misleading. So then God plagues Pharaoh and his household because of Sarai, and God obviously reveals to Pharaoh the situation in verses 18 and 19, probably through a dream. That was most likely how God revealed it to Pharaoh. Now, this short story is also about the developing faith of Abram. God made a promise to Abram, yet Abram still felt he needed to devise a plan to save his own life rather than trusting in God. Well, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video. God bless.